imagine. Better call on your faction. Ready for the curtain call, lights, camera, action.
And a big welcome back to the World Lifesaving Championships. It is finals time. I'm Jen Parry, and I have a very special guest with me this afternoon. Tom Lowe, welcome to commentary.
Thanks very much. Very happy to be here and chat some pool lifesaving.
Now, we're so excited to have you here. You're obviously, we know you as Marangi Bay. We also know you as the assistant pool coach and analyst for the Blackfins team.
Yep.
They were phenomenal at the National Teams Championships. You must have been so proud of that team.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome experience. Ultimately, we fell a little bit short in the overall, but there was so much to be proud of in that 5 days of racing. And in my space at the pool, some incredible things from, world records, national records, world champions, and the ocean guys having to fill in for relays and stepping up. It was an amazing experience.
Something so wonderful to be a part of. And I think speaking to the athletes on pool deck, while there is some fatigue, we are getting a little tired. There is only 3 days left of racing. I think the athletes will lift. We've seen a significant drop in times every single day from the prelims to the finals. And you can see up on screen this afternoon, we will go through the B and A finals for the 200 obs, the 4x50 obs relay, the line throw, and then the tow. And Tom, thinking about the conditions out there, that wind is starting to pick up.
Yep.
That'll make it difficult for our athletes in the line throw.
Yes, it will. Hopefully they'll be throwing downwind, which will be good. But also it's going to impact the tow as well, as the first 50 for a lot of them will be underwater, and the second 50 they'll be on top of the water swimming downwind. And although that sounds a little bit silly, it does make a big difference.
And I have really enjoyed, with the underwater cameras that we have here, the level of skill and the changes in technique that we've been able to see. So many more of our athletes underwater in the tow, but so many different ways to get through that first 50.
Yeah, totally. And I think the sport as a whole in the last, especially the last 2 years, has massively progressed, and people trying things out of the box, watching what other countries and other people are doing, trying it themselves, and ultimately just figuring out what's best for them.
And I love that it comes down to, if it's within the rules, if it works, if it's fast, do that.
Yeah, totally. And in finding things that aren't quite in the rules, or the rules changing around people's techniques because the rule book doesn't account for it. And that's such an exciting place to be in for the sport,
Yeah, we love pushing the boundaries. We love finding the grey areas. But the first event up, and I think this is where we love the underwater cameras as well. It seems so simple. You're like, it's just obs. Pushing off the bottom, the butterfly kick, so many different elements. And for you as a coach, as an analyst, the training tools that you will get out of this coverage is just incredible.
Oh, yeah, massive. Like, especially the underwater stuff, that's where all the magic happens. So it's good, yeah.
And a bit of magic about to happen now. We've got the B final for the women's 200 obs. Kate McLaren from Waimorana in 1, Jo Prey from Maroochydore lane 2, Eleanor Flowers from Trigg, Abigail Skinder from Canada, Charlotte Bowner from Wanda, Ryan Spence from North Burleigh, Anna McLaren from Waimorana, Samantha McGrath from Maroochydore. That is top to bottom of the screen. You can see the girls' names up on there at the moment. And Tom, just thinking about how many races some of these athletes have done, being able to back up now, that resilience that we see in our athletes, it's absolutely crucial.
Yeah, it's massive, and for some of them too, I'm speaking for the Kiwis, it's not the swarm back home. So the sun, the wind, the heat, it's taking a bit of a toll, but I'm sure they'll all step it up for some World Champs finals.
And I think something that really surprised me as well, for many of our competitors from some of the northern hemispheres, they don't swim in outdoor pools. They don't have access to the sorts of facilities that we have here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. There's so much to adapt to. It's not just the wind and the waves and the surf. The pool can be really different as well. Yeah,
massively. And even the chlorine or the salt in the pool is hard on people and quite harsh. So there's a lot of getting used to it. But, I mean, even in New Zealand, I don't think we have a facility that's as incredible as this. This is top-notch.
Yeah, we always feel very spoilt when we get to come here. And here we are at the turn 109.06 for Abigail Skinder, the first to come through. And I think Abigail actually did race for the Canadian team last week. So when we talk about the fatigue, she was actually in the B final last week for Canada, a 2:18 on the board there. She's looking really strong out in front. And this is moving day. This is moving lap. This is the one that hurts.
Totally. Third 50, 200 obs or a 200 free is the one that catches people out. You got to make sure that you're strong through it because generally you always have enough juice to come home in the fourth 50. So don't be scared of that third 50. Get out there, attack it, and generally good things will come.
Absolutely. And you see the last big breath here. They'll go in for the turn. They know they're nearly done. They would have done a few of these in training, but again, Tom, I'm so excited that we've got you here. I can ask you all of these questions. It's one thing to do obs in training, but the race practice, the race pace efforts, it's a whole nother level. Yeah.
Being able to execute those underwaters at the back end of the race is really key. And you do so many breakouts in an obs. You know, if you're losing 0.2 on each breakout, that adds up. So a lot of skill, even though it's maybe deemed as not as a skillful pull rescue event, there's still a lot that goes into it.
And you can really tell the ladies who've done the underwater work. We can see Abigail Skinder now. She will put her head down. No breathing from the flags. We love to see that as well. And I think she's got to be happy with that event. We can see 2:20.60 on the clock there. Eleanor Flowers from Trig, 2:22, and Samantha McGrath coming through 2:24. And while the girls have done some incredible individual races, Tom, you'd be so aware of that macro view as well. It's all about team points as well. There's a broader point score happening in the background.
Totally. And I think there'll be a few clubs really going for that, which is cool. And every spot counts, 1 to 16. They're all scoring points, and just as you saw in the national teams, it comes down to thin margins. So.
Especially when you consider like a few DQs either way, not getting the rope out on the first go. Yeah. There's so many things that can go wrong. I think of beach flags as well. You and I spoke about that last week. Like it can be so heartbreaking, but then you see the highs like this for someone like Abigail Skinder to come through, backing up after national teams comp. She was actually on the podium for the Super Lifesaver, Canada's only individual medalist at the pool. She just had an incredible result, and we'll see that start to come through now. Remembering that if you are on liveheats.com, you can get the results of every single event, every draw, every split from the youth, the open. We've got surf boats, we've got IRBs, whatever you need, it's on Live Heats, 2:23.8 and Eleanor Flowers coming through. So 2:20 on the board there. We will expect the times to drop. We are about to bring the ladies out onto pool deck now for the 200 obs, the A final. I can't even imagine the nerves on pool deck right now.
Yeah, we're about to find our first world champion in the pool for the youth, so cool moment coming up.
We do love that. And someone who's already got a gold medal around her neck is Poppy Stephen from Metropolitan Caloundra. She was the fastest qualifier in this morning's heats. We actually saw her line up also for Met Caloundra in the Open Interclub Championship. How's that? Like the youth and the open. I love seeing these girls saying, do you know what? I've got a real shot at the World Championship. I'm going to take it.
Just racing. It's the best training. Go race more and you'll get better as an athlete. So it's cool.
And I think what I enjoy about the way Poppy races, and I was doing some reading on your crew on the Blackfins in the lead up, and you talk about going in fearless. Like that just feels like the best ethos, the best attitude, and what these ladies should be embracing, staring down 4 big laps in the 200 obs. Yeah,
totally. You just want to set yourself up for success as best you can, and fear is something that can get in the way of that. So if there's no fear, you go out and you just race your race, you race hard, then whatever the time is, there's no questions at the end of it.
Absolutely. So we can see the girls just getting ready on screen now. Bianca Raywood, she is going to be in lane 5. Now, she was a bronze medalist at the national teams racing 2:13. She came through there, and it was the Kiwis who had a big win there. Milana Tapper, she got the first of the youth there, and she is, was that sister?
Younger sister.
A sister, Alyssa, in the mix here. So from top of screen, we've got Charlie Barber from Newport, Amaya Lopez from Morty Alec, Alyssa Tapper, Poppy Stephen, Bianca Raywood, Madison Jones from Currumbin, Kira Van Heerden backing up for South Africa, and Regan Copsey in 8. Now, of course, really important, you do have to surface before that first obs as well, Tom. You can't just stay underwater the whole time.
One stroke, so you've got to break the water with some part of your body, which is normally a stroke,
And as expected, Poppy Stephen goes to the lead very, very early. I'm really keen to see if any of the girls will try and go with her. Tom, do you think they will, or do they have their own race plan that they'll be looking to execute?
I do wonder if some people will try have a crack, but as you've seen there, her underwaters are just on another level. Like that for a youth athlete, underwaters to look like that is really, really amazing. This might be quite a good time.
Yeah, she's quite deep under the obstacles as well. We really love seeing the different angles here as well. Some of them, like, again, the girls and the guys who are very confident, they go deep, they go early, often they come up close to the flags on those turns.
Yeah, well, if you saw Steve Kent in his 4x50 obs relay anchoring that, you saw he almost got to the 25 before he came up. So, if underwaters is your strength, you got to use it, like all racing. Race to your strengths, do what works for you, and good things will happen. So.
And we've got quite the breakout here. Poppy Stephen out by herself, but Raywood not going anywhere. She's really trying to work this second half. Raywood was third at the international champs. It was a fantastic time. She did 2:13, but Poppy went 2:08 flat to take out that open title. Very excited for the battle for the podium there. I want to say that looks like maybe Jones in lane 6, or even Alyssa Tapper, that maroon cap of Northcliffe. I want to say the Maroon Star, but we only have that on the beach for them.
A big shout out to Alyssa's New Zealand club, Whangamata. That's my home club growing up,
fantastic.
and I coached there for 6 years, so it's awesome to see Alyssa doing great things on the world stage.
And I think we've seen so many of the young Kiwis step up. Pippa Nicol grabbing a 4th in the Open Super Lifesaver, just dropping PBs everywhere. But right now it is all about this girl on screen, Poppy Stevens, completely unstoppable, leading from start to finish. Keen to see what this time will be. She was 2:08 flat. She's going to come through now at 2:09.44, and we have got a race on our hand. This is fantastic.
Yes, Liz.
Have a look at that. Bianca Raywood comes through 2:12.29. Alyssa Tapper as well, 2:14.9. You're happy with that one, Alyssa
that's
Tapper.
a big swim. It's a big PB for her, so that's awesome. But what a race from those three girls and the entire unit. I mean, going sub 2:10 in a youth space is so good. So to do that twice in a few days is amazing.
So Kira Van Heerden, she was 5th at the national team's champ, 4th here, but fantastic points for the crew. I'm going to let you chat this out. I'm going to go and find Poppy and congratulate her on becoming our newest world champion. Yeah,
amazing swim there from all the girls. Just having a look at those replays. Poppy's underwater's just next level. 200 obs, a hard event. A lot of hypoxic. And a lot of lactate over those 4 laps, being sort of a 2-minute plus event. It's hard, so a lot of the time it comes down to be able to deal with that herd and push through it. And look at that great finish there. Head down from the flags, working hard. And here you can see your results. Poppy Stephen 1, Bianca Raywood 2, Alyssa Tapper 3, Kira Van Heerden 4, down to Charlie Barber, Amaya Lopez, Madison Jones, and Reagan Copesy, your top 8 in the world for the youth space. Cool. So I'm going to pass it back to Jen for interview with...
And I am down here with Poppy Stephen. It's a double gold. Now, you said that one hurt a little bit more than the Opens. Talk us through that race.
Oh, it was a good race. I'm pretty happy with it overall, but, I looked at the time, I was a little bit disappointed. It was a bit slower than the other day, so, but I'll take it.
You've had a lot of racing and you've brought your relay team as well. We're very quietly excited for Met Caloundra here.
Yeah, we're super excited for our relay up next. We've got a good bunch of girls there. Even the boys, we've got a really strong youth group, so it's all very exciting.
Is there anyone you'd like to say hello to back at Met Caloundra? Anyone to say thanks to?
Honestly, thanks to the coaches, my parents, my family, also my sisters and my mum at home. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Big waves down the camera. Thank you so much for another amazing swim, another World Championship. Get your gold medal in a moment.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and up next, it looks like we have our 200 obs B final for the youth men. In lane 1, we've got Tristan H, Henry Simpson in 2, Kalani Creech in 3, Darcy Higgins in 4, Tom Hable in 5, Alexander Walker in 6, Byron Diekman in 7, and Jacob Falconer in 8.
on, I'm back already. How good's Poppy taking out the double gold in the 200 obs? She's done an incredible job, and it looks like we might have a little bit of a bolter up here in lane 3. Kalani Creech, a strong start for him.
Yeah, that's one of the clubs, Northcliffe, that will be looking to maximise some points. So maybe he's donned the maroon star and feels a little bit extra.
That is what we want to see. And again, I love seeing the different techniques here. You know, as a pool coach, when would you be instructing people or encouraging people to take advantage of that 2-metre bottom that we have here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre? Yeah,
you can see some people pushing off the bottom and some people not. I think as we sort of talked about in the last one, it comes down to what your strength is as an athlete. You know, some of these 200 free, 400 free swimmers might not have the strongest underwaters, or maybe it juices them too much when they do it. So taking a push off the bottom and getting a breaststroke stroke down might be a better option for them.
Absolutely. And how's the swim here? Kalani Creech, he went round in 1:00.12. Anytime you can get close to that 1 minute mark or sub 1 minute, especially for the youth men, you can see he's got quite the lead on the rest of the field. We're about to find out if he's gone out a little bit too hard too early or if he's still got enough in the tank.
Yeah, it looks like he has a good 2 seconds on the group here. So that's a big 150 metres from Kalani.
And with Northcliffe just a few K down the road from here, I'm sure they've got the team bus down. I'm sure he's got a lot of support in the stands. And thinking back to those national teams comp, Argentina, Spain, Czechia, they had some of the best cheer squads that I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, when Spain was really getting up in the cheering department, and that was so cool to see. I mean, watching them win I think it was the youth 4x25 mannequin relay. That was a real special moment and clearly meant a lot to them.
The girls in the board rescue as well got it done for the youth. But now Kalani Creech, what a start here. 2:03.70, well clear of Darcy Higgins of Maroochydore, second in 2:07.73. Tom Habel in the mix from Luckenwald as well, and the relief of having a 200 obs done, one final out of the way. I maintain that this race hurts more than any other race on the program.
Yeah, while you were out doing the interview, talked so hypoxic, so much lactate, man, it's hard. So that is a really impressive swim there by Kalani.
And a real advantage for the athletes with the Interclub program. We've spread all the pool events over 3 days. The national teams, they packed all that into 2 days. I have no idea how those athletes who are doing a lot of those Finns events as well, heats and finals, absolutely brutal.
Yeah, so brutal, as well as all the pool swimmers in the team have to do all the relays. So they've got, all their main events that they've got really high aspirations for, having to fit all their relays in as well. Man, it's hard. But you say that, but tomorrow with 100 Rescue Med and 200 Super on the same day, that's still pretty hard.
It doesn't mean it gets easier in any way, but Kalani Creech, a massive congratulations to him. 2:03.70, fantastic racing there. Darcy Higgins 2:07, Tom Habel 2:08, Diekman in 2:10, and we're seeing some names in here that we often do see at the beach on the sand, and there's a few athletes who are probably a little bit outside their comfort zone, thinking again of those relays as well. We see the ocean men, the ocean women stepping up to do those team events.
Yeah, totally, and that's when you have limited spots in a team and you got to fill the start line with as many as you can, then that's what happens. Some people have to do stuff.
But here we go. This is going to be a fast one. Luca Widmer from Met Caloundra in 1. Braden Woodford, the current world champion in the 100 toe in lane 2. Matthew Lowe looked good in the heats this morning from Northcliffe. Riley Brennan, fantastic work, and I think he took out a big one, a big win last week. Yep, he went 1:58.4 to take out the youth national teams. James Lee, another Metropolitan Caloundra athlete in the mix. Leo Elias Bauman from Luckenwald, Cooper Lynch and Kai Gilbert. Lots of Northcliffe in this one. Lots of Northcliffe in the crew. As you would expect, they're really chasing the point score.
Yeah, big time. And they're going to have 4 point scorers with that B final win and these 3 boys in here too. So I'm sure there's some happy coaches there. But yeah, and a really impressive lineup here. Riley, a pretty impressive pool rescue athlete. I think he was in Germany last year at the German Cup. And yeah, as you said, Braden Woodford, great with fins, powerful guy. This should be a cracker.
This will be a great one. And as you said, like with those national teams, it's 6 men, 6 women. There's only 2 spots for each of those individual races. So we are seeing people like Kai Gilbert stepping up here. Didn't get to race the 200 obs at the national teams because of the quality and the depth of the field. So Braden not in that one either. So, he was second last week. My apologies. But let's talk about these barriers that we have, or these milestones that we love to reach. To get under the 2-minute mark as an ob swimmer, it's a huge achievement.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why it's so hard. It feels so hard for people.
Yes.
It's just another number at the end of the day, but it is a big thing. You got to go swim a pretty good race to get under 200, and especially as a youth athlete.
And you've got to set it up in that first 100 as well. You're not going to make up the ground in 3 and 4. You've got to go hard.
Yeah, you got to be brave.
Fearless.
That's the one.
Be fearless, and we can see the officials. The arm goes up, the arm goes down. We're in the starters' hands, and the boys are away. The big question, can Riley Brennan do the double? Can he take the win at both the international and now the Interclub championships? Plenty of pressure here. A great start as well. I think that's James Lee just outside. Oh, no, that's Leo Elias Berman. What a swim from him. This is what we want to see. This is what we're here for. Lane 6 out to a flyer.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, it looks pretty even. There's 4 of them going into the wall here. Some 27s. Those are good splits there. If that keeps up, we're definitely seeing some people below 2 minutes.
And especially when it's 27.49 feet on the wall. Not just the touch, but to get your feet round from there. So we can see the boys really lining up here. Matthew Lowe in lane 3, just outside those yellow lanes, breathing towards Riley Brennan.
They're having a look at each other. They're sizing each other up on the on that second 50 there, saying, come with me or get left behind. So that's pretty cool. Well,
it looks like they've got maybe half a body length on the rest of the field at the moment, turning well under the 1 minute mark. I think that's Leo Elias Berman, who was a fast starter there, 58.90 for him on the touch. But this is where it gets interesting. This is where the fresh legs of Matthew Lowe could come into play.
Totally, and he's still breathing towards Riley. So Riley's say breathing to the right there, but Matthew's keeping his eye on him. And this third 50, the Stinger 50, getting ready for a big charge home.
Oh, it's just the worst. I'm really keen to see what they've got left in the tank. When are they going to turn on the afterburners? When does that big outboard motor come into play?
0.14 separating them at the 150. Here we go.
And like we get to see here, who goes deep, who goes early, who has got enough. Knowing that some of these men will be in relays, they'll have the 100 toe. That'll be on their minds at the moment. But coming home, has Brennan got the legs? And also James Lee from Met Caloundra making a late charge, as is Leo Elias Borman. This could be closer than we anticipated.
Very close for second here. Riley looking like he's taken out. Who's going to get the touch? Oh, that's so close. Matthew Lowe there in his second, 159.95, out touching James Lee, 200.02.
That is a great race. Riley Brennan gets it. He does the double. The satisfaction that he would be feeling right now to have come home in that last 50, 158.86. That is 0.4 outside what he did at the national teams. A phenomenal performance. Matthew Lowe, 159.9, and James Lee, 200.02. I thought he was going to get there for second.
Yes, and that was pretty close. That came down to millimetres there. So awesome to see the boys just going out and racing, and congratulations to Riley. What a swim.
But that is a fantastic race. We've seen the boys come through, and we love the instant replay as well. We get to relive the fantastic performances of these men. What a race, what a finish. This is what we're here for. 2 sub-2 minute swims. Riley Brennan and Matthew Lowe. James Lee, I tell you what, the points here for Met Caloundra, 3rd and 6th overall. And Riley, he's happy with that one. He nods. He knows he's got the job done. Fantastic work. The relief, knowing that he is getting closer and closer to the end of this World Championships campaign. What a performance. And there you see the official results come through. 158.8, 159.9, and 7 100ths of a second in it from Matthew Lowe to James Lee. What a race, what a performance. The German come through. The sole German competitor, Leo Elias Baumann, flying the flag here, 200.81. Fantastic finish for him. Braden Woodford, Luca Widmer, Kai Gilbert and Cooper Lynch in the mix. That's what we want to see. A-finals, the first of our World Championships, have been decided here on the first day of the Interclub Championships for our youth competitors, and we are through the program already, 2 races down. obs done for the women and the men. Congratulations, Poppy Stephen from Met Caloundra and Riley Brennan. But first, back to pool deck.
Alrighty, I'm here with Riley Brennan, who has just won his second 200-metre obstacles world title within the span of a week. How does that feel, mate?
Oh, I'm over the moon just to go back-to-back in the 200 obs in the same time. I just can't be any, I'm stoked.
Yeah, and what a race it was. Northcliffe going out with you hard. You guys were breathing together on that second 50. Were you having a look?
Yeah, I saw MJ there. I knew he was going to go fast, and I know my back end's pretty strong, so I just knew when we turned the 100, I just had to go for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what's left for you over these next couple of days? Your body must be feeling it?
Yeah, my body's feeling it a lot, and I probably have all the races by 100 carry left, so still a lot to go.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Well, good luck for that. I hope the rest of the races go well.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Well done.
And how good is that, Riley Brennan? Glad to have that one. Glad to be done. We are into the 4x50 obs, and a huge thanks to Tom Lowe. He got the late call up into commentary, nailed that first interview. He is welcome back anytime he wants to be here. What an absolute superstar. But the final is up already for the women's. In the B relay for the 4x50 obs, we lead with Alexandra Headlands, Beatingham-Bissigan, Sunshine Beach, Met Caloundra, Sunshine Coast Grammar, Club d'Entraînement en Sauvetage Sportif. We've got Narwhal Sauvetage and Tweedheads and Coolangatta. How's the heart rate, Tom? How are we finished? How are we feeling?
Oh, first interview done and dusted, but it's for the guy I know, so it was all right.
That makes it a little easier. That may have been a strategic decision. And we spoke about
How's
good
that?
Poppy Stephen is at the flags. Shades of Steve Kent here.
Steve Kent-esque. And if you're being compared to Steve Kent in pool rescue, you're doing something right. So good work there, Poppy.
That is like the highest compliment that we can pay here. The fact that Steve also backed up for the Trig Island crew, doing that a few of the relays in there, just unstoppable.
Oh, he actually popped his shoulder out and in one of those. I think that's him probably being in his mid to late 30s more than anything. But yeah, he's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And we see here Metropolitan Caloundra, a fantastic start for them. We'll grab them at the touch. Now they did, I don't want to say they faded towards the end, but they really front loaded their team. But I think the girls have got enough in here. We love to see that great kick off the wall. We love to see the big dolphin dives. It's anyone's race for here, but the team events, they just mean so much to our athletes.
Yeah, totally. And all of Surf Lifesaving, there's a lot of club pride.
Mm-hmm.
You grow an extra arm, you grow an extra leg in team events. So yeah, it's awesome to see them getting the opportunity to represent their teams at this awesome event.
I think the equivalent that we had for the Aussie team was like, as soon as you put this cap on, you feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof. That was the mantra every time you put the cap on the head. And for Met Caloundra, we love seeing the big thumbs up as well from the officials. They're doing an incredible job. I think they would be starting to fatigue as well.
Oh, would they ever? I sort of keep seeing the same ones in the morning going, yeah, back for another day. It's pretty impressive what they're doing. It's 3 weeks for some of them.
And do you find as well there's so many familiar faces because they've DQ'd you in the past as well?
Well, yeah.
It's like, hello, back again.
I've probably been a bit of a stickler at the managers' meetings in the last little bit. So
we love
hopefully,
that.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just trying to do what's best for the athletes.
That is what we're here for. And have a look at this. Poppy Stephen said that they were here to do the relay. She was excited for both their men's and women's team for Met Caloundra to come through there. 2:06.83. They will take out the B final. And for these athletes, they've had 3 days down on the ocean. They would have started accruing points early to be able to add to that here in the pool. B final, still quality points.
Yeah, totally. And Met Caloundra specifically, I mean, I'm not super familiar with them as a club, but what a pool rescue group it looks like they have there at these World Championships. And things like that, seeing smaller clubs really going at it and having good groups is so exciting to see. So good job, coaches.
Yeah, we've started to see them build over the last few years. It was quite exciting, I think, at the Queensland series where we have our local events, the state champs, and then the Aussie pool champs, which we do often hold here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. We started to see a few Met Caloundra clubs, a few Metropolitan Caloundra caps pop up, and they've just been growing and growing and growing. And now they have Poppy Stephen leading the way, a double world champion. The girls making B finals at Worlds. This is how it grows. This is how we bring more athletes into the pool lifesaving side of the sport.
Totally. What is it? A rising tide lifts all ships. So you just need one or two and sort of people get in line and go and do some cool stuff together. So that's awesome. That's
what we're here for. We can see the results will pop up in just a moment. But super excited for Met Caloundra. There we go. The next one is up now. This is the big one. This is the A final. There'll be some very nervous competitors down there on pool deck, but we'll bring this up for you. So we have Morty Alec, top of the screen, down in Victoria. Weimaraner in the mix again. Lukenwald from Germany. Maroochydore in lane 4, the fastest qualifiers. Currumbin Beach Vikings. BMD Northcliffe as well, so we've got some local rivalries here as well. Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park and Norderstedt from Germany in the mix as well. And I do love that at a World Championship we get to introduce the athletes out on pool deck. They hear their names being called by the announcers. It's quite special, as you see. They come out, they're presented at the crown. It's a huge achievement to make a world final.
Massive, massive achievements. Big shout out to Waimarama on the east coast, or the Hawke's Bay of the North Island. In an A final at a World Champs. I don't know if that would have happened before for their club. So, I mean, if this is the first one, that's pretty special. I know there's 2 twins in there that were in the B final of the 200 obs that I've had the chance to coach a little bit here and there at workshops and stuff. So, yeah, real cool for them. And then down the bottom, Currumbin, Northcliffe and Burleigh, 5, 6, 7.
That'll be the good one. We're excited for that. And we always talk about the race within the race, these different rivalries that we know are happening every single day. Really, the best part of sitting here where you are now, Tom, is being able to tell the incredible stories that are just emerging. You can never anticipate what we're going to be talking about at the end of the world titles, but it could be some of this Gold Coast Derby, bragging rights at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that. Well, regardless of the overall results, I think seeing who is on top out of those Gold Coast clubs will be something they can talk about. Looks like that's Alyssa Tapper there leading out for Northcliffe, which should be cool to see what she can split.
Madison Jones there lining up for the Currumbin Beach Vikings, and for the national teams it's 6 men and 6 women. For the Interclub it's 10 and 10, so a little bit more opportunity to either stack your team with a few more poolies, a few more salties. That really comes into play, and it's wonderful to see more people getting an opportunity to race at the World Championships.
Yeah, totally, and national teams is pretty cutthroat, pretty selective, brutal. So hard to make those teams. Just because you don't make one of those teams doesn't mean you're an awesome athlete. So hopefully this week a few of those who have just missed out will have a chance to throw down.
And here we go, the first to touch. I think that's going to be a fantastic start from Northcliffe. 29.63 with obs. That's pretty quick for the crew as they come through. Samantha McGrath was second there for the team from Maroochydore. So I think that arrowhead is starting to form, but Northcliffe swimming far faster than their seed time would indicate.
Cool. That's what you do. You get up for the afternoon racing. Like we said earlier, this is an A final for a World Championship. So this is where you race your best.
Yeah, it's a big one for a reason. So we did have that 2-hour break. As a coach, as an analyst, what would you be recommending the athletes are doing when they have that little bit of downtime before they have to step up for a world final?
Legs up, get out of the sun, get some fuel in your body, drink lots of water, do all the right things to set yourself up for racing.
We have got a race on our hands now. The Black Swans coming back, the fastest qualifiers from Maroochydore in lane 4. I think they went down just a touch before Northcliffe, who are just outside those yellow lanes. This is going to come down to the final changeover, the final 50.
Who's your anchor swimmer? Time for a big 50 from a few of these girls. Looks like we've got an outside Smoky too. Who's that, Morty Alec?
Yeah, Morty Alec, never bet against them. They've got the blue caps. They've been everywhere this World Championships, strong in the Masters, strong in the Opens, and now they've brought the team to play here in the youth. It looks to be the battle still on out in front. Anyone's race. Maroochydore the first to go down. Can they get another world title? Can they continue?
Oh, what an underwater up the top. Here we go.
She might get there.
What a close race that was. Congratulations, Maroochydore.
There you go. What a swim. Under the 2-minute mark as well there, 1:59.71. The girls very, very happy. Do not jump in the pool yet, ladies. There are so many ways to get disqualified at a world titles or at any sort of pool lifesaving carnival, but they've got to be happy with that result. I thought Morty Alec at the top of the screen were nearly going to get there.
Yeah, they did well. They probably put themselves up into second, which is awesome, going from third to second, but that was an amazing underwater for that last stop from that girl.
Loving that. I'm going to go find my Maroochydore Black Swans out on pool deck. Tom, it is over to you. I'll be back in a moment.
There's some great changes there on display. Relay changes are a hard thing to get right, but something really important, a bit different to your normal 200 obs. You carry a bit more momentum into that first ob. So, really, really important. Great finish there from Maroochydore. Absolutely flying into the wall, head down. crowning a new youth world champion, and she is stoked. Look at that face. And your final results for the 4x50 OBS youth relay: Maroochydore in 1, Morty Alec in 2, BMD Northcliffe 3, Waimarama in 4. How good. The Kiwi girls getting up for a Chocky medal. That's bloody awesome. Oh, we've got to make sure our full Maroochydore team is there. That's a pretty cool moment there. Some pretty stoked girls, a lot of smiles, some happy coaches too, I'm sure, as they're getting ready for an interview.
And I'm down here on pool deck with some very excited world champions. Pippi, how does it feel to be a world champion?
Oh my God, we've been dreaming about this for so long, just to get the title of world champion, and we finally got it, so we're a little bit excited.
You are allowed to be excited. Now tell me about this amazing team that you have with you.
So we have Regan and Indy and Sammy, and I don't know what to say, I'm really excited.
You're allowed to get excited. Now I feel like there's been lots of people who'd help you get here. Do we need to say thank you to anyone?
Like, say thank you to Bacca just over there, and Nathan, thank you for all the pool rescue work you've done with us and all managing our team and everything. So thank you.
And a big wave to everyone who's watching at home, cheering these girls to a world championship. Congratulations, Maroochydore, go the Black Swans. Big waves, woo!
Girls, come back.
How good is that? Pure stoke on the faces of those 4 girls. You see it means a lot for them to win a world title, and means a lot for them to represent their club. So that is awesome. And here we go with the youth men 4x50 OBS B final. Again, some bragging rights on the line here. It's an opportunity to throw down some good splits, some PBs, and represent some clubs with pride. A few people pushing off the bottom there, a few just going for the traditional butterfly underwater. Some straight arm free. Powerful looking swimmers there coming down.
Yeah, and this is where we really see the strength and the depth of the club. Loving to see a few international competitors here. We've got Great Britain, Germany, Canada in the mix. This is what it means to race at a world championship, to be in the marshalling area and hear different languages, hear different accents, and it's a little bit intimidating, but it's part of the excitement.
Yeah, it's actually really impressive how many Germans have been here in the last 2 days.
For the open competition?
Yeah, both.
Both. There were races that felt like the German Club Championships, and it was so wonderful to see. It has been since 2018 since we held this Interclub World Championships, and for them to make the trek all the way to the Gold Coast, I love that so many people wanted to be a part of this spectacular event.
Yeah, and Kai, who runs the sort of high performance for Germany.
Love him. Kai Schirmer, shout out.
He is just the man. So it's been awesome to see him here, cheering on his youth and open athletes and getting such a strong German contingent over to Australia.
And we can see the team from Langenberg in lane 4 absolutely powering home at the moment, from Norderstedt in lane 5. So it could be a German 1-2 here. And Tom, you mentioned earlier about the rising tide lifting all the boats. And I think someone like Kai has really been talking the talk, walking the walk when it comes to that. I think he actually taught Australia how to do a 4x25 mannequin relay about 3 or 4 years ago. I think he saw us and was like, we need to talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a few things, knowing, oh, wait a minute, we have got a race on our hands. Have a look at the finish here. Norderstedt wants to part of this. Have they got enough left? Have they brought the ringer in?
Here we go, coming down to the wire here. It's going to be all on the touch. Head down, boys. Oh! Dead heat. Yes, the Germans. Oh, they love it. That is so good.
And how good is that? The fact that they would have turned around and seen that on the board and they celebrated together. They said, yeah, that's pretty special. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, we talk about club pride, but that is national pride right there. The German boys getting it done.
Oh, that is one of the best celebrations. If you can't win a B final by yourself, win it with your countrymen as well. 8 men contributing to that incredible performance. What a finish.
Yes, that was so cool. Well done, boys. Congratulations.
Well, Tom, we planned this. We wanted you to have something special.
Yeah, no, that's
to
cool.
see here, not just the Maroochydore girls getting excited for a win in the women, but that just goes to show if you've chosen the correct tactics, put in place the best strategy, coming home so strongly like that, what a masterclass.
Yeah, and it's something like the world champs, you know, it comes down to hundredths, comes down to 1%ers, fine margins. Every changeover, there's there's at least a hundredth in there. So, man, that was real cool. Good on the boys.
Would not have picked that at the 3/4 mark either. So that was the distance just there. That was the distance at the 150 mark. And what a finish. We'll see this on the wall. One was gliding, one had the full touch.
That's so good.
And
Here's the moment. Yes. Stoked.
So something we're trying to bring back here, Tom, is that we want more claims, we want more
Yes.
flexes, we want more celebrations at the wall.
I'm all for it. I'm all for celebration. These guys work too hard not to celebrate and be too cool about things. Go and have fun.
Absolutely.
Get on the lane rope, splash some water. Make some cool photos out of it. I'm all for it.
If you're built like Fergus Eady, just double flex, just double fist pump all the way through.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, do you know what? Just
I think Fer got on the lane rope last week. Is that why the lane rope broke?
I think
because there was a broken lane rope.
It was such an unfortunate turn of events. No one had that on their World Champs bingo card, that we would have such a delay while we MacGyvered up a solution for a broken lane rope. But a huge thanks to the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. They've solved it. We're back. We're ready. And it is now time for an A final for the men's 4x50 OBS relay. And again, a truly international event. We can see the teams just making their way out to pool deck into lane 8 from Alexandra Headland. Quite the crew in here, and we talk about the depth of the athletes. Within that Alex crew, we've got multiple gold medalists from the ocean. We also have Kyton Pickering, who got a gold medal in the 3x1K beach run.
Wow.
Showing his versatility. Next to them, we hear the cheers go up. Alrighty, we're just going to do this top to bottom. Clifton, they will have the bright yellow caps, so easy to see. Maroochydore in black, Currumbin Vikings, they'll be in white. The fastest qualifiers here were the team from Northcliffe, Met Caloundra, Lukenwald, BD Kleinbissigen and Alexandra Headland. So the boys have been sizing each other up. They've done the individual OBS. They're ready for a relay. They've done the heats. Nerves would be building. They've just seen an incredible dead heat as well in the B final. The build up to these races is really something special.
Totally. You can see him there. He's got the headphones on, got the music going and getting in the zone. So it's cool to see. This should be a good one. I want to say a big shout out to Clifton Surf Club from South Africa. They have a massive contingent here at the moment.
They really do. I think they had about 27 competitors rock up to support their Cirque team on day one of the pool comp, which was pretty cool to see. Just take a little screenshot of that, getting ready for the next race. So, do you think there would have been many team changes between the heats and the finals? Do we have that flexibility here at the Interclub Champs?
I'm not sure. There could have been in some of the bigger clubs, but I wonder with them having to race so many events on the ocean as well, having 4 on the start line, there might be not as much room for that.
And what a start there from Metropolitan Caloundra.
Yeah,
beautiful underwater work, and Low from Northcliffe back in the mix. You've got to think this is going to be one of the tightest finishes here. It was tough in qualifying just to make this A mark. And the boys away. It looks to be Northcliffe will be the first to the line, 25.54. What a start.
Yeah, and love the pink Speedos there from Alex too. That's good to see some speeds making some A finals.
We want to see the wide sides on the sluggos there. Not everyone wearing the jammers or the suits, but have a look at this. Northcliffe increasing their lead. Metropolitan Caloundra, but Lukenwald, they were strong in the preliminaries. We'd love to see a few German clubs on the podium today.
Totally. Some good changes there.
Northcliffe extending that lead. Currumbin, they've got the white caps on the top end of the field. They're trying to push into here as well. Maroochydore, top of the screen in lane 2, but you've got to think no one's going to catch Northcliffe from here.
There's some real daylight there. It'll take a real big swim to come up to Northcliffe. The minor money is all on, though. There's about 3 clubs there vying for second and third.
And we had incredible scenes at the National Teams Championship. The Polish team actually took out a new world record, both Poland and Australia, under the previous world mark. It was an incredible swim, a 1:41 flat. You've got to think Northcliffe, they might be giving this one nearly a little bit of a nudge.
Yeah, he's going for it. Absolutely going for it. Good ob there. How's the breakout? How's the finish?
It's going to be tight. 1:41. 1:6. Now that would have been under the world record as it stood at the start of this championships. 1:41, 1:6. Kai Gilbert knows how close they have gone. The world record stands now at 1:41 flat. The team from Poland set that at the National Teams Championship. To be that close for a club team is just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's really cool. When it comes down to little margins there, you know, changeovers and obs, there's definitely 0.1 in that. But what an impressive swim. And as you were talking about the Polish crew, the Polish obs team was really, really strong in both the opens and the youths.
Well, we saw Casper do that incredible 1:51 for a 200 obs. That was one of my races of the day.
That is unbelievable.
Alrighty, we're going to send Tom out on pool deck. He is going to go say hello to Northcliffe. Make sure you ask them about that world record, see if they knew how close they were to that incredible mark as Kai Gilbert comes through. Oh, he says so close on that one. 1:41, 1:6. What a race, what a performance. Metropolitan Caloundra held on there for the silver medal, 1:44.31. Currumbin Beach, 1:45.4. And Maroochydore, 1:45.7. Lukenwald, Bietigheim, Bissingen, Clifton from South Africa, and then Alexander Headland. Fantastic points for them as well in the 4x50 obs relay. Alrighty. 200 obs is done, 4x50 obs is done. The line throw is up next. After that, we will take a short break for some presentations, and then we will be back with the 100 metres tow with fins to close out this first day of finals here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre for the Interclub Youth Championships. What a performance. Was not expecting that fast time, nor were we expecting a dead heat in the B final. The two German teams combining their incredible race, Langenberg and Norderstedt, 1:57.15 for both of them. Incredible racing, but that's what you're here for. That's why you come to World Championships. Incredible performances across the board, including that youth men's team from Northcliffe, 1:41, 1:6. Great swim, great team. And that was the crew of Cooper Lynch, Kalani Creech, Matthew Lowe and Kai Gilbert. Kai, of course, backing up after representing Australia. But for now, they're down on pool deck.
It's a little bit about that world record, but boys, how does it feel to be world champions?
It feels pretty good, yeah. Good to do in the pool, first gold medal, so happy with that.
Stoked. And where'd you swim in that relay?
I was last, final leg. I wanted to try and get on the wall, but just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, still a pretty impressive swim from you boys. Getting that close as a club team has got to mean a lot. So what does it mean for you to represent Northcliffe at these World Championships?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, it's a lot on the line here, because North's a pretty big club, and we're pretty well represented in the seniors Interclub, and to try and put that pride on our back and try and be a bit faster, because it's a big club, and there's a lot to be like a part of the club and part of the youth team. So.
Yeah, totally, and I think you boys are doing that. I mean, getting that close to a world record again as a club team is amazing. And do you have a big couple of days coming up still?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough couple 2 days coming up, but hopefully these boys around, they know how to get the job done, and yeah, it should be a pretty good next 2 days with these boys.
Yeah, epic boys. Well, congratulations again, world champions, and good luck for the rest of your racing over the next couple of days.
Thank you.
Shot, boy.
Oh, fantastic work to the team from Northcliffe. They talk about the pressure, but also the honour of racing for Northcliffe here. One of the strongest clubs in lifesaving history, not just at a domestic level here in Australia, but internationally. They've taken out an incredible volume of international championships in their time. Fantastic racing. And we now have a slight, I don't want to say a change of pace, because those relays will get quick, but the line throws, one of the toughest races on the program. And most importantly, a line throw is worth exactly the same points as an Ocean Man or Ocean Woman relay.
Yeah, it is. It is just as important as anything else. And you just have to talk to the New Zealand German Cup team about how important line throws are.
We've all had some very high highs and some very low lows following a line throw performance. It's so tough, but really impressed with the women earlier today. We saw some fantastic throws, super competitive field. Metropolitan Caloundra, they were the fastest qualifiers, 14.91. Clifton, Maroochydore, Norderstedt, Club d'Entraînement en Sauvetage, Lukenwald, Sunny Coast Grammar and Mordialloc, the top 8. And that just really proved to me, Tom, if you're not getting the line out on that first throw, it's kind of race over or a final over. Yeah,
and it will be interesting to see how these athletes have a go in this final. You know, do they know that if they're seeded 6th or 7th with what was a good throw, they're going to just go and have a crack and see if they can get on the podium at a World Championships. I think this will be a really, really exciting race to watch.
The danger in the line throw, of course, if it times out, you know, it's a DNF, you still get the points for 8th position, so it's not a complete loss, but it nearly feels like if you've been throwing in these conditions with the wind, you kind of just got to give it a rip now, from right?
Well, I think so.
What's the advice that we'd give our athletes right now?
I think, just do your thing.
Do your thing. Pretend you're Taj Ward and Fletcher Luscombe, who've gone 8.69 in the line throw before, which is just ridiculous.
It's so impressive, like unbelievably impressive.
I've watched that video so many times of them doing that incredible performance. That was set at the South Australian State Championships a few months ago. Again, an indoor pool, so slightly more controlled conditions, which would be a little easier. But the fact that they continue to perform, everyone knows who they are now. Everyone comes down, especially at the Aussie Pool Champs. Basically, everything stopped.
Yeah.
The marshalling area, they couldn't control the athletes. We're like, no, we've got to watch the line throw. Taj and Fletcher are throwing. They've really changed the game in terms of line throw. It was always seen as a bit of we've got to do it, or whoever's here is just going to learn how to do it. It's a legitimate event now. I love that they have brought this to the fore and said, you want to go to Worlds? You better know how to throw a rope.
Yeah, and I think anything at a high level, whether it's, line throw, Ironman, skipping rocks, anything done at the highest possible level is good to watch.
And I think that's what everyone's really responded to. We can get behind anyone who's passionate about what they do. If they have worked hard, they deserve to be recognised and celebrated. And I love that Taj and Fletcher are just really saying, this is what I do. I train really hard at this. I've put my hours in. I am ready to throw a rope. Come and watch me. Come and chase me. See if you can do better. Yeah,
and Taj has to be the smiliest, nicest guy on the pool. Like, every time you talk to him, he's interested in what you're doing. He wants to talk pool rescue. He's just a great guy. So awesome to see someone like that succeeding at a high level. Yeah, we do love that. Wonderful to see them in action at the Interclub Championships. They did add a world championship to their world record. Fantastic ambassadors for Seaclift. And I love that they weren't just here to throw ropes. Every time we looked around, like, there's Taj doing the 200 obs. Oh, he's in the tow as well. And we're like, buddy, take a break. Yeah, he does you've everything. Got a big race coming up. It's awesome. He does absolutely everything. And his professionalism and the way he talks about line throw is amazing. I was watching him do some practice a couple of days ago, and he was getting frustrated when the rope was more than a foot above the water, and then he got frustrated when the rope was skimming across the water. And I'm sitting there like, man, I reckon anyone would be stoked with any of those throws. But his professionalism and his level of detail is so high that's the standard for him. And I love that those are the role models that we look to in Lifesaving. We can see the B final lining up now for the women. Haasewinkel, Narwhal, Sauvetage, Morangi Bay, Tweed Heads and Coolangatta, Northcliffe, Burleigh Heads, Weimaraner and Langenberg. Here we go. Do you have a team? Have you got a horse that you're backing in this race? I have to say, get up Morangi Bay. Let's go, girls. Here we go. And the nerves. This feels like a flag start on the line. Yeah, the pressure, the intensity. You get one shot. We've got windmills. We've got coils. Let's see what the girls can put together from here. Oh, the lane 7 is going. Takes a break. Throws it. Oh, no. Any lines get out? I think that's Novel Canada. Sabotage. Here we and go. Mairangi. Who have we got? Yes, line on the board. There we go. Narwhal Sauvetage, 1843. Who's in second? Marangi Bay. Yes, Isla and Erica. in second, and then Northcliffe with Tara and Alyssa, 2 more Kiwis, I must say, coming in third. So that's pretty cool there.
That is what we love to see. And, the nerves, just waiting to see if that line lands correctly, if the patient gets it. And we can see already, unfortunately, it looks like the team from Langenberg has been disqualified. So many ways to get disqualified in a line throw. We've seen that actually happen even in the International Open Championships. Someone just being a little bit grabby, maybe getting the rope from another lane, letting go of the back marker too early. I love that. Yes.
The girls are stoked.
You've got to celebrate that.
That's awesome. I think this is a great thing about having B finals too. Is people get their moments, which is so important in sport. But yeah, you were saying about DQs. There's so many ways to get DQs. You'll notice that there's now. We talked about pushing the limits of what you're allowed to do. They took out the 2-meter barrier, and then people just started running backwards with the rope. Yep. So they had to put it back in.
We couldn't be trusted with nice things.
Yeah, exactly. People were like, cool, I can take advantage of that. And then now, it's if there's 1 foot out during the reel-in, but so rules are changing, and it's complicated, and it's even harder when there's emotions involved, because you win something, you get excited, then you end up accidentally breaking the rules and getting DQ'd, and that's a pretty tough pill to swallow sometimes.
It can be heartbreaking, but a huge congratulations, Narval Sauvetage Sportif, taking the win in the B final. Rose Fortin and Josiane Lavertu, 18:43, Marangi Bay, Isla and Amelia, you said, and then for the Northcliffe team, Tara Schotter and Alyssa Tapper. Fantastic performance, and we can see the next teams up on screen. At the top of your screen, you will see Sunshine Coast Grammar, Club d'Entremont in the mix as well. From a lot of Canadians in here, they do love a good line throw. Maroochydore, Met Caloundra, Clifton from South Australia, Norderstedt and Luckenwald from Germany, and Morty Alec. They will be at the bottom of your screen in the bright blue caps, and just knowing how tight it was to make this A final, I reckon the girls are going to be pretty pumped for this one.
Yeah, if you've got a lane, you've got a chance, and absolutely 1 through 8 here has a chance of becoming world champions, which is pretty cool.
Anyone's race. But no, we've all been DQ'd in a line throw. And thinking to what you were saying earlier around this, you get disqualified for the littlest thing somehow. We've all lost races that way. We've also all won races that way as well, which is like the terrible, happy secret. Like, we've all been elevated in the past, unfortunately, due to someone else's heartbreak.
Yes, it's bittersweet sometimes when you see the DQ and you've got that wrestle of emotions where you're gutted for someone, but you're stoked for your teammates or yourself.
Try not to show it too much.
That is always a pretty morally tough position to be in, that's for sure.
And a coach, that would be really tough for you to manage as well, even within a single team, like riding the highs and lows, especially at a national and international level.
Oh, yeah.
To try and keep everyone in the right mind frame, in the right mindset, knowing that people respond to different things as well. What one competitor needs is different to what another needs. That's a tough ask of you.
Yes, very challenging. And I'm not the best at that, because I'm a young, pretty emotional, pretty excitable guy. So the highs and lows were pretty intense over the last week. But it's good having people like Kevin Morrison and Macca and Steve-O there to sort of pull your head in a little bit and make sure that you got your 10 toes on the ground.
And the good news is it's not just any one club team. I know I had a chat to Kai, before he actually brought the German team out to Maroochydore. They had a staging camp there before they made their way up to the Gold Coast. And I was sharing some stories around, what it's like being on teams. He's like, oh my God, we do that as well. They run out of water and then I've got to go and get more water. And we had this conversation already.
Yes, and there's just so much unplanned things that happen. But here we go. We're looking for a start. A final. So Sunshine Coast Grammar, top of screen, Morty Alec on the bottom. And I love watching the different styles here. Are we going to see windmills? Do we do the traditional coils? What works best for you? The girls go to work now. A nervous time for us, a nervous time for all the parents, the friends, the coaches. Who's going to get it? Lines are out. That's lane 4, Maroochydore.
Metropolitan Caloundra.
Oh, it is Met Caloundra again.
Another world championship for Metropolitan Caloundra. This is phenomenal. Second will be Maroochydore, we think, in a time of 15:45. I don't think she can quite believe it. She's like, I don't want to move. I don't want to move out of my block. I'm just going to sit down right here.
She's definitely been told by her coach, once that finishes, you stay still, you stay within your box, and that's what she's doing.
And even if they blow the whistle and you think you could go, maybe just wait for someone else to go first.
Totally looking around. Wow, that was a great throw.
It was wonderful. Just going to look up their names there. And look how solid she is. She's practiced that one. She brings her team through. They look around. Oh, the windmill as well. It works.
Calm, composed. Good throw out. Straight to the patient. That is textbook.
Oh, the nerves. They've done that absolutely beautifully. The girls come through. Metropolitan Caloundra. Now, we did see some winners from Metropolitan Caloundra at the Aussie Pool Rescue Championships. I'm going to go down on pool deck. I'm going to find out if that is the same team who took out the national champs, Sienna O'Shea and Gemma Zajacek. Maroochydore had Pippi Barlow and Sammy McGrath. Canada, Rose and Julia in the mix.
Great to get some Canadians up on the podium there. That's awesome. And I must say that I absolutely love their club cap, silver with the purple. That's pretty cool. Down to Germany, Australia, Clifton in 6. And then rounding out is Germany again. So that concludes 5 of our events today, with just the men's line throw, the A and B finals, and both the mannequin toes for men's and women's B and A finals coming up later today. After this line throw, I think we will go to a break for prize giving, and then finish off the day with our mannequin toe events, which I'm sure will be as thrilling and as exciting as the rest. Up next, we have our B final for the men's line throw with Maroochydore, Currumbin, a B final of, well, looks like I'm seeing something slightly different here. I'm seeing we've got Great Britain, Pacific Swim Academy from Canada, Narvel again from Canada, Metropolitan Caloundra from Australia, Haas Winkel from Germany, Alexandra Headland from Australia, Sunshine Coast Grammar Pool Lifesaving Club from Australia, and Lagnenberg from Germany. A very international field here once again, with some cool caps. Great to see a Great Britain club getting into this B final, along with some Canadians and some Germans. A lot of international bragging rights on the line. You see these boys just making sure that their ropes are in order. And here we go, back across to Jen for an interview of our world champions.
Down here on pool deck with new world champions from Metropolitan Caloundra again, Gemma and Sienna. You're Australian champions, you're world champions. You just keep on getting better.
Oh, thank you so much. It's taken a bit of training, and here we are.
Yeah. Now, talk me through the preparation. A little bit of pressure on you being Aussie champs, but you handled it beautifully. What were you thinking when you were standing there on the blocks?
I was honestly just thinking, I hope it gets out there. There was a bit of pressure, but I think, we did it. Yeah.
And what's worse, the heat or the final?
Oh, honestly, the heat was really stressful to get it out there, but then the final, knowing everyone's heat times, they're both really stressful.
Now, is there anyone in particular that you'd like to say hello or thank you to?
My dad. He was the one that taught me how to do line throw. And, I think the whole Mets team. Yeah.
Well, I think we need to let our Aussie and world champions go and celebrate. Congratulations, lady. Big waves down the camera. Yoo-hoo. World champs. Thank you so much.
Massive congratulations to those girls, world champions. And here we go. We're looking for a start in our B final for the men's line throw. And here we go. The coils are away. Some people just winding it up behind them, and the throws are out. Oh, there we go. One's out, two's out, three's out. Coming home now, coming strong. Looks like, again, Metropolitan Caloundra, Pacific Swim, Canada, and then Haas Winkel from Germany. So an international podium for our B final. How cool is that? 13.41. That is a good time for a youth line throw. So I'll be stoked on that one. Nice and clean race.
How good is Metropolitan Caloundra?
Yeah, it's
Poppy,
so cool.
double gold medals, and the gals there in the line throw, the Aussie champs, the world champs. And again, I love that they recognise, I've worked really hard for this.
Yeah, that was
done a
cool.
lot of training. This is why I'm a world champion. So proud of them.
That was cool. They were pretty nonchalant about it, actually. They were like, yeah, this is expected. This is what I do.
Can you teach me your ways?
Yeah.
Can you teach me to be this cool and calm under pressure? But
that's probably why they're good at line throw.
I do not have the nerves for it, and we do often talk about this being like the flags of the pool. You've got to keep your nerve. There are no second chances in a quality line throw, but again, Metropolitan Caloundra, love that I feel like we're introducing Metcal to the rest of the world. We've known that they've been good for a while, but now here on the live stream we get to say, hey, look at these guys go. Look how great they are. The team of Lachlan Vink and Kobe Clark, 13.41, Retford and District. They actually picked up a few medals in the Masters line throw. Cool. So again, they know what they're doing here. Zach Lewis and Seth Grayson and Thilo Brockmeyer and Ben Brinkman from Haasewinkel. Wonderful to have them in the mix. That was the entree. Main course up next.
Yeah, main course. I think I actually got that wrong, so apologies to my Great Britain people out there. But a cool international podium there. Australia, Great Britain, Germany. That's pretty cool.
That is what we want. That is why we are at the Australian Championships. And thinking of the World Championships.
And I made a mistake too. B final podium.
That's all fine. Yeah. We love it. And I did love as well for the international teams comp last week. Romania had just one competitor, Sofia Pajom. She was in the mix and she got a silver in the 100 toe. She was so close to gold. And she had about 20 people cheering for her in the stands. The support was just phenomenal.
That's cool. That's amazing. Cool. Romania. A great swimming nation, obviously, with David doing good things in the 100 free. So that's cool that they're doing some lifesaving too. Maybe that's a place where some pool rescue talent will come out of in the future.
Could transition over. And we have the men's line throw A final. The World Championship final is up next. From lane 8, we have this team, the Drayton Valley Lifesavers from Canada. I do love the distinctive colours. It makes it easier for us as well.
Good. When you were gone, I was just talking about how cool everyone's caps were, like all the German polka dots and, the Canadian silver and the purple, and it's cool. It's cool to see some different stuff.
And you've got to look good while you're doing it. We just saw Maroochydore head out. They will be in lane 1. The bright yellow from Clifton as well. They'll be in 7. The Currumbin Beach Vikings, they head up to lane number 2. We see them, Morty Alec. They've been everywhere this morning. Heats and finals across the men and the women as they salute the crowd. TH&C, super strong in the Masters as well. Their open women's relays were phenomenal. All eyes on Northcliffe as they continue to accrue the points here. They will be in the A final. But our fastest qualifiers, the Germans from Luckenwald, the only German team in this A final. A lot of pride, a lot of pressure on this one, but we do talk about pressure being a privilege. Like, this is a wonderful problem to have. Totally. They're the fastest qualifiers for a reason. They've done the work, and now it's time to execute. Oh, Drayton Valley, he's just broken his goggles.
Oh, no. Oh, well, hopefully he doesn't need them too much when he's just putting his head down. Here
nothing like a little bit of a heart rate spike.
Yes, bit of adversity.
He'll be fine. I tell you what, that thrower is going to get the rope out so cleanly. He's just got to catch it. And
won't even need it.
Just eyes closed and out from there. Here we go. There's Northcliffe on screen at the moment. That maroon cap. And as he said, lots of Kiwi flavours in that team, but we've got Australia, Germany in the middle of the field, South Africa in the mix, and closest to us, Canada in those orange caps. And you can see the flags just up in the top right of your screen. The wind is still pretty strong, but it feels a little more consistent now. Yeah, definitely, and it is good that they're downwind. Again, it might sound silly to some, but it does make a really, really big difference, especially on your throwing technique. If you throw overarm and your rope goes a bit higher, it gets caught by the wind a little bit more, and so the wind does play a big factor. Interesting there to see some patients taking some different approaches, some swimming under the obstacle to pull the line straight, others just throwing it over the back as we wait for what that looks like to be Currumbin to sort themselves out before we look for a start. And there's nothing worse than when you take the rope out and all of a sudden there's a knot and you've got to do it really quickly and everyone's really watching you. There's a lot of pressure on being a patient, but here we go. It's all about the throwers. It's all about getting that rope out first. Who's going to be the first away? I think they've got it. Morty Alec.
Morty Alec with a great throw. This is going to be very close. Oh, there's been a fumble. Lane 2. Top of the screen. Currumbin takes it. Must have been a little fumble there from Morty Alec in the wind-in, but they still end up with a bronze. That's Currumbin, Maroochydore, and then Morty Alec, an Australian podium for the World Champs line throw.
My gosh, what a race, Morty Alec. We thought they had it in the bag. They were clearly out first, but Currumbin capitalising on that slight mistake. And that's really tough. Often the thrower doesn't catch the line at the end if there's been an extra loop in there. Currumbin Beach Vikings taking advantage of that, picking up a World Championship gold medal, and it's the brothers William and James Love from Currumbin, Maroochydore in 2, Byron Diekman and Darcy Higgins. Morty Alec still on the podium, still get to hold something on the way home. Angus Little and Heath Corrie.
In a 10 to, or for Taj, an 8 to 15 second race. It comes down to the finest of margins, and it can be just one pull. But how cool is that for two brothers to get on the podium for a World Championships?
Awesome. I think they were actually both in the Cirque team that picked up medals and did an incredible job on the very first day of competition. That feels like a very long time ago that we did the Interclub Cirque. It's been a while.
It does feel like a long time ago. There's been a lot of racing, a lot of really high quality racing, and just an amazing 3 weeks to be involved in Surf Lifesaving.
Well, it's pretty special, and there it is. It's official. Currumbin Beach, your world champions in the Interclub men's line throw, 12:42. Do you want to grab the microphone, head down the other end of the pool, bring it back before you go and do your toe stuff from there? But you're going to have to chase them. They're at the other end of the pool. You're looking for William and James Love. We'll bring them back up this end of the pool for an interview because we want to talk to all of our new world champions. What an epic event. William and James Love from Currumbin. We thought Morty Alec were there. We thought they had it, but fantastic work on the way in. Angus Liddell and Heath Corrie from Morty Alec still on the podium, still a bronze medal for them. Byron Diekman and Darcy Higgins, they'll be on the podium collecting a silver medal and some fantastic points for Maroochydore. I'll tell you what, Drayton Valley Lifesavers, the broken goggles, did not worry them at all. Fantastic resilience and great work in managing a pretty hectic situation there. That was Wyatt Webb and Sam Brager. Congratulations, boys. Luckenwald, the only Germans in the crew. Jaden Dion-Dor and Tom Habel, great work for them. Tweedheads and Coolin Gada, Zeke Zimmerly and Tannen Swaney from Northcliffe, Rowan Toon and Kai Gilbert. Fantastic points there. And unfortunately, Clifton Surf Lifesaving Club, the team of Matthew Pincente, Josh Huntingford, they didn't finish, but they will get the 8 points there. And you can see that we are working through this program, loving that for us, loving that for you as well. 200 obs done, 4x50 obs relay finished, lines thrown for both the women and the men. A huge congratulations. A very Aussie feeling here for the line throw. The Met Caloundra girls, the Australian champions, become the world champions. And in the men's, we see the Currumbin Beach Vikings, a time of 12.42, securing them the world title for 2024. We're about to have a chat to them down on pool deck. After we've had this chat, we will take a very short break because we need to give our athletes a rest. We are going to present some medals. We'll have the victory ceremonies for the obstacles and the obstacles relay. After that, we will come back, and then the final races of the day will be the 100 metres mannequin tow with fins. We will do B and A finals for both the women and the men. So we'll have a chat. We'll do some prezos. We'll do the 100 tow with fins, and that will wrap day 1 of 3 for the Youth Interclub Championships. So 3 big days of racing for our athletes, but for those who represented their nations at the international comp, they are tied. But for now, Currumbin Vikings, your champions.
Alrighty, I'm here with the Love brothers who have just taken out their second gold at this Youth World Championships. They've asked me not to talk too much, and they've asked not to talk too much, so I'm going to ask them one question each. Mate, how does it feel to win another world title with your brother?
Oh, yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good. And as we were walking down there, the Currumbin crew gave you guys a massive cheer, a massive congratulations. What does it mean to represent Currumbin at these World Championships?
Yeah, it means a lot. They've helped us a lot along the way, taught us everything, and yeah, just supported us all along the way.
Yeah, how good is that? So congratulations, boys. 2 brothers, 2 world champions. Enjoy it.
Fantastic work to the Love brothers there. They answered the 2 questions. They did a fantastic job, even better at throwing ropes. 12:42 for them to secure that win. We can see that the obstacles are now being removed from the pool, and we will head in a moment to the 100 tow with fins. We'll have the B and the A finals for those. But a short break first, but we will have a quick little chat to Tom before he heads off, because he has a very important job in a moment. Now, you're the handler for the tow, so we need you to go and put your cap on, get ready. A lot of pressure on you there as well.
A lot. Easy to get it wrong, but also easy for the athletes to blame something if it doesn't quite go right. So I can take that.
We do love, even though it is an individual event, we do love seeing the handlers involved in both the tow and the Super Lifesaver. It's been wonderful having you here, having your company, hearing your insights as well. Any highlights for you from the day, not just from the finals, that you'd like to share?
Any highlights from the day? Other than this and being able to come and have some chats, which has been really enjoyable. Just watching all the athletes lift for the finals and go and represent their clubs well and enjoy the racing. You know, we're here on the Gold Coast at the home of Surf Lifesaving, able to do what we love for a few weeks straight. So an amazing opportunity for all these guys. Massive thanks to all the hardworking officials and event organisers who have done such an amazing job, and I'm excited for the last few days of competition.
And excited for the future of our sport as well. When I think of how quickly these young athletes are doing, it's such a big jump to go from a youth team into open. Looking at the pipeline across Australia, across New Zealand, across the rest of the world. Exciting times ahead, but Tom, thank you so much for coming in. We wish you all the best for your next tow and the next few days. We've got presentations up now.
Thanks.
In 3rd place, representing the club of Northcliffe Surf Lifesaving, make some noise for Alyssa Tapper. In 2nd place, receiving the silver medal, representing Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park, give it up for Bianca Raywood. And in 1st place, receiving the gold medal and your world champion, representing the club of Metropolitan Caloundra, make some noise for Poppy Stephan. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating your World Life-Saving Champions. In 3rd place and receiving the bronze medal, representing Metropolitan Caloundra Surf Lifesaving Club, James Lee. In 2nd place and receiving the silver medal, representing Northcliffe Surf Lifesaving Club, Matthew Lowe. And in 1st place, receiving the gold medal and your world champion, representing the Currumbin Beach Viking Surf Lifesaving Club, Riley Brennan. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating your life-saving world champions. Just a reminder, you do need shoes for presentation. Shoes, cap and club t-shirt, just so you know. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Lifesaving World Championship Interclub Open Female 4x50 metre obstacle relay. With medals being presented by Mr. Perry Smith, a Grand Knight in the Order of Lifesaving. In third place and receiving the bronze medal, representing Northcliffe Surf Lifesaving Club, the team of Shotter, Newton and Tapper. In second place and receiving the silver medal, representing the club of Morty Alex Surf Lifesaving Club in Australia, the team of Holt, McKenna, Lopez, Murky and Flanagan. And in first place, receiving the gold medal and your world champions, representing Maroochydore Surf Lifesaving Club in Australia, the team of McGrath, Barlow, Bland and Copsey. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating your world champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Lifesaving World Championship of the Interclub Youth Male 4x50 metre Obstacle Relay. With medals being presented by Mr. Perry Smith, a Grand Knight in the Order of Lifesaving. In third place, receiving the bronze medal and representing the Currumbin Beach Viking Surf Lifesaving Club, the team of Brennan, Walker, Love and Holden. In second place, receiving the bronze medal and representing Metropolitan Caloundra Surf Lifesaving Club, the team of Lee, Vink, Widmer and Evans. And in first place, receiving the gold medal and your world champions, representing the Northcliffe Surf Lifesaving Club, the team of Lynch, Creech, Lowe and Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating your world champions. All right, party animals, that does wrap up our presentations for the moment. We've still got 2 more races left to go, so let's head on back down to the pool. 100-metre mannequin tow with fins.
And a big congratulations to all of our medalists there in the 200 OBS and the 4x50 OBS relay. Fantastic racing across the board. And we will bring you the presentations for both the line throw and the 100 tow with fins in 4 races time. We can see some of the ladies just making their way down to the marshalling area now, getting ready for the 100 tow with fins. The men will be up after that. We will run B finals first and then the A's. I'm excited to see who the final 2 world champions will be for the day. We've had an incredible afternoon of racing after some strong heat swims earlier today. A huge congratulations to Poppy Stephen from Metropolitan Caloundra. She does the double, racing in the Open and now the youth competition here for the Interclub Championships. Double gold medals for her and really just showing what Met Caloundra is made of. The men's 200 obs, Riley Brennan makes it a double as well, but a little differently there. He won the national teams comp and now the Interclub for the youth. We had some incredible racing in the 4x50 obs relay. Interview of the day, the girls from Maroochydore very excited to take a big win there, and it was the team from Northcliffe in the men's, so close to that world record. Wonderful to see a club team giving a mark like that a little bit of a nudge. So the boys, they really were targeting that one. They were very, very close. Great racing across the day and wonderful to see them rewarded with a world championship. In the line throw, it was Metropolitan Caloundra out on top again. The Australian champions became the world champions. Again, that team from Metropolitan Caloundra, an incredible race. And then in the men's, we thought it was going to be Morty Alec. We thought they'd done enough. The crew from Victoria got the line out first. But unfortunately, on the way through, it was the team from Currumbin. The Vikings came through. The brothers, the Love brothers there, getting a big world championship for the team from Currumbin. And we're expecting many more points to be accrued by those teams across the next 2 days of racing. For the Interclub Championships for the youth, they are 4 out of 6 days done. They've spent 3 days in the water and on the sand. A little further south from here, down at Kurrawa Beach, the Opens are racing at the moment, and you can see the conditions very choppy, very windy down that way. We are running a separate live stream for that Open competition, so if you have another tab up, make sure you grab that as well. Grab the links from the Lifesaving World Championship website or our social media channels there. But really tough conditions and a few World Championships already handed out down there on the beach. Fantastic racing, the whole world coming here to the Gold Coast. And you are now at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre, just waiting for a start now for the 100 tow. We do have a few ladies backing up in these next races. Abigail Skinder, can't wait to see her fly. She's one of our Canadian friends here. She went 1:04.08 to place 6th overall in the B final, or the A final, I should say. Sorry, Abigail. Of course, you're an A finalist in the national teams comp. Backing up now for the Interclub, but you can see the sweep on the cans out the back there for the Interclub Open champs. Looks to be Bellyheads, Mowbray Park, Sunshine Beach in the mix there as the girls make their way through. Jump onto the Lifesaving World Champs, their website. They've got some fantastic stories on there as well, including the story behind the fan favourite ladybug caps of German club Hasewinkel. They are wearing orange here at the pool, but they wear their ladybugs on the beach, doing an incredible job across the sands at Kurrawa. So just ready for a start. We'll bring that to you very, very shortly. The 100 tow is up next. It is the final event of the day. 4 races yet to swim here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre to wrap up a big day of racing. We are back for the 100 toe with fins, the B finalists making their way out on pool deck now. Wonderful to have your company here in the final 4 races of the day. We had some incredible swims just to be in this race. It was Stephanie Stanithforth from Bulli. She was the fastest qualifier in a time of 1:02. Isla Petherbridge from Marangi Bay. They will be in action soon in the A, but it was Mara Walter from Lukenwald. She was the fastest qualifier, a time of 1:05.78. You can see the names starting to pop up now. This is exciting. The girls are ready to race. And you can see from top of screen we will have Erica Orbell, fantastic swimmer. Wonderful to have her here from Marangi Bay. Abigail Skinder from the Pacific Swim Academy in Canada. Abigail, an A finalist at the national teams competition just last week. Sarah Kurtz is in the mix from Nida Olmwarstadt. Mara Walter, our fastest qualifier from Lukenwald, unlucky to miss out on that A final, but she will be pushed all the way by Madison Jones from Currumbin, the white cap of the Currumbin Beach Vikings. Anna McLaren from Waimorana in lane 6. Tara Schotter, another Kiwi, racing for Northcliffe in lane 7. And Pippi Barlow from Maroochydore in lane 8. Now, we've seen a few of these ladies in action across the day. The 200 obs, the 4x50 obs relay, a few of them throwing or catching a line earlier in the rope throw, but they are lining up now, getting ready for a start in the first of our finals for the 100 toe. And you will see a few different techniques here for the ladies as they line up on the blocks. As long as you are safe, as long as you are balanced, you can really pop that tube anywhere you need. And we'll see, just waiting for a start. And you can see the officials just holding them up, making sure everything's fine, making sure everything is safe. There we go, the whistle goes again, ready for a start. You can see Annie, our technical official, her hand is up. She will drop it to her side. They are now in the starters' hands. And they are away. So it is Erica Orbell, top of the screen. Abigail Skinder, Sarah Kurtz, Mara Walter, Madison Jones in the mix as well. This is going to be a fast one, as expected. The girls know that there are valuable points and bragging rights on offer here. It looks to be Jones still underwater as we come through to this touch. 1, 2 and 3 in it. Who's got the best touch? Who's got the best skills coming into that shaded area now? Who's going to be the first away? And it's going to be lane 5, just ahead of lane 4. That is Madison Jones and Mara Walter. The girls are away, but Anna McLaren as well from Waimorana. Fantastic work from her. And in lane 7, Tara Schotter, the maroon cap of Northcliffe. She is powering away now. She's breathing to her left-hand side, meaning that she is breathing away from the rest of the field, but she would know where they are. She would know that Madison Jones is finishing very, very strongly in the middle of the pool in those yellow lanes. This could be a Currumbin Vikings victory in the B final. Will grab the time on the wall. A good touch there. 1:05.72. 1:05.72 for Madison Jones. Fantastic swim. What a performance to take out the B final. Gotta love that. And I've just grabbed those times as well. I want to see how quickly they went compared to their incredible heat swims earlier today. Madison Jones 1:05.90, 1:05.72 now in the final. So lovely and consistent there. Great skills as we see Tara Schotter on screen. She was the first to get down to the other end of the pool, but there we go. And there was Jones. She was absolutely gone. No waiting around for her. Also Mara Walter, very, very quick in lane 4, the first of the yellow lanes. You'll see her. The arm goes up and around. Tara Schotter, great skills for her, as well as Anna McLaren, Pippi Barlow, lane 8 there. But we are done for the B final already. The girls making their way out of the pool, but all eyes on that woman. A fantastic swim. Madison Jones taking out the B final there in a time of 1:05.72. Madison continues to improve those times. Wonderful to see, especially after a very big day of racing and 3 days down on Kurrawa Beach before this. Mara Walter second in 1:06. Sarah Kurtz 1:07 for her. Great work for the Germans there. Wonderful to see both Nida Olmwarstadt and Lukenwald represented here on the world stage. That was the B final. Now it is time for the A, and we can see on screen now fantastic work and a big welcome, I should say, to Isla Petherbridge from New Zealand. Waimara, the white cap with the black and red. On screen there from Luckenwald. Wonderful to see our German competitors in the mix. We have 2 Germans in the final here. A big shout out, a big welcome to them as well. Katharina Sellner from Luckenwald is in lane 1. Next door to her we have Eleanor Flowers from Trig. That is Indy Bland in the mix there from Maroochydore, just grabbing these caps as they come through. That is Jet Kerman from Luckenwald. Lots of crowd support for her. Wonderful to have her part of the crew here. Isla Petherbridge, Marangi Bay, just behind there as well. And your fastest qualifier from the heats this morning, that is Stephanie Staniforth. Stephanie, part of the incredible Bulleye Club. We've got a few competitors here. Not too many teams, not too many relays, but always punching above their weight. Bulleye, incredible performances. And can Stephanie back up that incredible heat swim from earlier today with a world title? We will find out in just a few moments' time. You can see the girls making their way out onto pool deck, and they will just take a moment. The fins that they wear here for the 100 carry, the 100 tow, they're very big, they're very heavy, and they're tough to get on as well. Some of these are actually custom moulded to the athlete's feet, so if you see them down there with a bit of soap or a bit of shampoo, that is just a little bit of extra assistance to make sure that they can get their fins on. Just on screen, the blue cap, we saw Gemma Holt. She raced last week for the Australian team at the National Championships, stepping up now to be part of the team from Mordialloc. They've already been on the podium. We will see them very soon for the men's line throw, a bronze medal for their troubles there. Fantastic work, great swimming, and here we go. We are getting ready for a start. Katharina Sellner from Luckenwald. She will be at the top of your screen in lane 1. Lucy Kinnear from Waimara in lane 8. So that is how they line up. The girls just making their final preparations. And for the girls who are introduced last, those fastest qualifiers in 4 and 5, it does mean that you have a little less time to be ready, but it's important that the girls do get set and focused, make sure that their equipment is ready to go, make sure that they are very secure and stable on the block. You can see that some of them have already made their way up there as well. Take your time, girls. Get up there safely. But I'm loving the focus in lane 4. Stephanie Staniforth, she's ready. She wants to go. She wants a world title. She knows that she can do this. An incredible heat swim. Now gearing up for the finals. And there you see the blue and red cap, Marangi Bay. A big shout out to Tom Lowe, who did join us in commentary earlier. Wonderful to have his insights and his perspective. And this is what we love to see, the girls making their way through the water there, some of them quite deep in this, some of them on their back, on their side. Whatever is fastest for you, that is what you need to do. And we'll see the girls appear on screen. Here we go. They are up. They'll suck in those big breaths and have a look at the start. The middle of the field, Isla Petherbridge, Marangi Bay. And they will be screaming for her right now. She's in the gold medal position, and she has nailed that change up. Have a look at that, Marangi Bay. No, don't stop, keep on going. You are in a gold medal position right now. She has got such a lead on the rest of the field. Have a look at her swim. Everyone is chasing hard. Gemma Holt from Mordialloc just on the bottom of screen, trying to make a move now, but this is Isla Petherbridge's race. What a start. So good. Have a look at the lead that she is now extending on the rest of the field. What a swim. What a time. 58.49. 58.49. What a swim. Tom Lowe is loving that result as well. A very, very happy handler. Isla, what a swim. 58.49. Now, the world record in this event is a 57.0. That is one of the fastest swims that we have seen, and that is significantly faster than the times that won the international competition last week. So Piper Asquith was the international champion, a 1:00.75. Sophia Pajum, 1:00.82. But oh my gosh, Isla Petherbridge, 58.49. From New Zealand, Marangi Bay, will be on their feet. Have a look at those skills, and she flew on the way home. What a swim, what a performance, what a result. Tom, very happy with that result as well. I'm going to pop out on pool deck. I am going to go and find Isla Petherbridge, your new world champion. Chat amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be back. My head's still spinning. Losing his mind down there. Oh, I'm down here with Marangi Bay's newest world champion, 58.49. Do you realise that time would have won the national team's championship last week?
Oh my goodness, no, I had no idea. I just wanted to get a PB for myself. Well, that's really cool. Thanks.
Now, does it feel any different being a world champion now?
Yeah, my friends have got all their cameras in my face, but I love their support, so yeah.
Now, what's your preparation been like leading into Worlds? We haven't held the Interclub competition for such a long time. To be here, to be a part of it, it's something really special.
Yeah. Well, it's been a lot of training since last year's Pool Rescue Nationals, and then I kept training for like the World's Trials, which unfortunately I didn't make, but I was like, did all this training, might as well give everything. So I came here to try my best.
You tried your best, rewarded with a world championship. Lots of support up here for you as well. Is anyone that you would like to say a special thank you to?
Yes, definitely. Thanks to my parents, especially my mum, and to Coach Tom, and also to Connor, another club coach who's helped me a lot. Thanks to them for helping me.
Well, they are loving that performance. I need you to give a big wave down the camera there. Everyone who's watching at home celebrating this World Championship victory, go and celebrate. Congratulations. And my gosh, what a performance. Isla Petherbridge, an absolute superstar. Marangi Bay, 58.49. That is over 4 seconds clear of the rest of the field. And a huge congratulations to our medalists. Isla, of course, but Stephanie Staniforth from Bulli, 1:02.68. And Gemma Holt from Mordialloc back on the podium. And we have 2 races yet to go. 2 races to finish out this incredible finals afternoon in the B final. Lining up now in lane 1, Paul Reischauer from Nida Om Warstad, Heath Corrie from Mordialloc. We have got Lucas Wunder from Lukenwald, Luca Widmer from Net Caloundra, Jack Hanford, Marangi Bay. Oh, they'd love to go the double. James Lee from Met Caloundra, Jack O'Brennan from the Currumbin Beach Vikings, and Liam Schweitzer from Woodridge in South Australia. We just get them all through. Careful on the blocks there, boys. Don't get too shaky. So closest to screen, that is Liam Schweitzer from Woodridge in South Australia in the bright yellow cap. And we are away, expecting that many of these boys will choose to stay down low, down deep, underwater Some of them may not surface until, honestly, 40, 45, 48 metres just coming up for that final touch. And there we go, Met Caloundra, the first up. That is Luca Widmer. And haven't we seen a lot of Metropolitan Caloundra throughout the day? Fantastic work. Who's away first? Oh, it's Heath Corrie. Heath Corrie, top of the field in lane 2 from Morty Alec. They would be loving this right now, but have a look at the pace that is on from Jack Hanford, Marangi Bay. They would love to go again. We've just seen an incredible performance from Isla, but lane 2 looking really, really good at the moment. Marangi Bay, Met Caloundra, Jack O'Brennan from the Currumbin Vikings. They'd love to push in here as well, but it is going to be the big man in lane 2. There you go, 54.64. What a swim, 54.64 from Heath Corrie, taking out the B final. What an incredible performance. I'm just going to go back. Now, Heath Corrie did a 58.74, just coming through now, 54. My gosh, just casually dropping a few seconds between the heats and the finals. Heath Corrie coming through 54.64, and didn't he just set it up there? Nailed the clip up, absolutely perfect. You can see him now, he's second from the top of the screen. He has done 3, 4, 5 strokes before the rest of the field have even taken off. Fantastic finish on the wall as well from lane 2. We do love an outside bolter there. Loving that. 54.64. Jack Hanford the next from there. So if you're following along on live heats, you can see that those results have been updated. Jack Hanford, Marangi Bay, 57.97. Lucas Vunda from Lukenwald, 58.91. There's the results. They are official. And unfortunately, it does look like Liam Schweitzer has been disqualified in that one. A DQ next to his name, but incredible performances, and seeing so many of these men back under that 1 minute mark. That's an incredible performance, especially for our youth athletes. Alrighty, it's been a big day. We've had a lot of heats, we've had a lot of finals, we've thrown some ropes, we've swum us and under some obstacles, and now we are ready for the final race of the day. It is the A final for the men's 100 toe with fins. Here we go. That is Luca Porgalak from Lukenwald. Henry Simpson, top of screen there in the bright yellow cap of Alexandra Headland. Getting ready for a big final here. Currumbin Beach Vikings, that is Alex Walker being introduced to pool deck. Wonderful to see him. We have got Devon Caith from Lukenwald, one of our German competitors, and actually one of 2 German competitors, both from Lukenwald in this race. William Loves comes through, already got a gold medal around his neck just from today from the line throw. Teammate Riley Brennan takes to pool deck as well. We've already seen him have a big win today in the 200 metre obstacles. Could he go again? Braden Woodford already has a world title in this event. Braden Woodford racing for Australia. His teammate is right there, Kai Gilbert. Kai Gilbert, big races today from Northcliffe. Big races last week for Australia as well. So a lot of these boys backing up. Big races last week, big races today. And a lot of them, the feeling of relief in 2 laps time when they are done. They'll be very much looking forward to. Last one, fast one here. We've got Henry Simpson, as we said, top of the field from Alex. Luca Porgalak from the Lukenwald in lane 8 from Germany. The boys just making their final preparations now. And as we said earlier, the fins really tough to get on. You can see they've got their soap, they've got their shampoo, whatever it takes to get these fins on. And that is Devon Caith next to Henry Simpson in the yellow from Alexandra Headlands. Henry Simpson has had an incredible campaign so far, racing for both Australia and Alexandra Headlands. Fantastic performance. I'm just so impressed to see him now here in this A final as well. Shouldn't be too surprised though. He's a quality performer, consistently on the podium, doing an incredible job. And just to confirm, Henry Simpson, he was 3rd in the surf race just a few days ago. Incredible racing. Just jumping onto the Alex Surf Club Instagram page. They've had some incredible races. Just want to grab those results for Henry. Part of the team that was 3rd in the Youth Male Ocean Relay Championship, but now he's in lane 1, ready for a race in the 100 toe. Now we've got our 3 Australian youth team representatives in 3, 4 and 5. Riley Brennan, Kai Gilbert and Braden Woodford now racing for Currumbin, Northcliffe and Bulli. The Aussie teammates turn competitors at club level now. This is going to be a very, very fast one. It was very tough just to make this a final, just going back to those qualification times. And the boys ready for a start. Kai Gilbert, the fastest qualifier in 54.60, 55.17 for Braden. Now, he won the international teams comp in a time of 52.05. And you have to think that that sort of incredible swim is going to be required again here if he wants to take out this Interclub title. The boys making their way down to the 50-metre mark. Have a look at that for a fast start there in lane 5. It is Braden Woodford. He needs to get a wiggle on and he needs to get this. Oh no, the tube. Go, go, go. Because in lane 3, Riley Brennan has taken advantage of that opportunity. Really nailed that clip up. That was significantly faster than what we saw from him in the heats earlier today. But Kai Gilbert in lane 4 is chasing hard. What does Riley Brennan have in the tank? He's raced so many times for Australia, for the Currumbin Vikings. Is he going to get this on the touch? Has he done enough? Kai Gilbert is chasing hard. We could see an upset on the final strokes here, but Riley Brennan gets there. Riley Brennan is your new world champion, a time of 52.28. What a swim, what a finish. Riley Brennan, 52.28, the world champion, as Kai Gilbert comes through in second, 52.42. Braden Woodford, your early leader, settles now for a bronze medal, 53.86. So it is an Aussie 1, 2, 3. Teammates last week, competitors now, 52.2 for Riley Brennan. And last week's champion, unfortunately, we can see just at that clip up, so tough, couldn't get it done, and that is where Brennan absolutely pounced. And a special shout out, Devon Carth from Lukenwald, great on that clip up as well. What a performance, what a finish. Kai Gilbert looks around and goes, oh, I was so close, but what a finish. That last 10 metres from Kai Gilbert, absolutely phenomenal. You see them making their way out of the pool, but there's the official results. Riley Brennan is your world champ, 52.28. Kai Gilbert in 2. Braden Woodford in 3. We're going to head down to pool deck. Back in just a moment. And we have absolutely saved the best for last. Riley Brennan, I don't know how you're still standing, let alone banging out times like that in the 100 toe. What's the secret?
Oh, I'm barely standing. Just getting through last week and racing this week. I just have to put my head down and keep going.
Now, you left a little bit out there in the heats earlier today. Your clip up, your skills, so much better this afternoon.
Yeah, I went down a bit slower, but then my clip up was quick, so I clipped up and just started towing back.
And so tight, just on the line, on the touch with Kai Gilbert. He was closing quickly, but you got the touch on the wall. The relief, palpable.
Yeah, I just wanted to get to that wall. If it was another 5 metres, I would have been gone. Didn't have enough legs left, but I got to the wall first, so I was happy.
Well, you're a world champion again. 2 days, what have you got left? What's on tomorrow?
We've got 50 carry and super tomorrow, and I think a team events. So full day tomorrow and half a day Sunday.
Well, we're absolutely loving it for you. World champion yet again. Big waves down the camera. We need a big warm down. Come back tomorrow. We'll do it all again.
Thanks, Jen.
Wraps up a big day of racing here. It is day one of the Youth Interclub Championships. Come back tomorrow. We'll have live stream running again. The Opens in action down at Karua Beach. Congratulations to all of our new world champions. Some incredible performances. We'll see you tomorrow.